Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces February 25, 2025. Mercury and Mars harmonizing today can help boost your confidence, even through the uncertainty of a shift. You don't want to overthink things, preferring to get things done. Even so, conversations can be animated. You can be motivated to express yourself. Overall, however, it's better to wait and see. Today's direct turn of Mars points to a turning point or signal forward movement for studies, projects, publishing efforts, work, health, legal affairs, or travel for you. If you've encountered difficulties or delays with your career path or status, these matters are likely to clear up starting in later April. Courage, confidence, and clarity are returning, starting today. Projects and personal interests can bring greater rewards. Don't try to take on too much all at once, however. Easing forward is best after a retrograde period. As mighty Mars awakens in the sky, you'll feel a burst of gratitude. This means that you could feel yourself lifting off from the ground like you're in an air balloon with your one and only. Adventures, long-distance travel, and a whole new level of wisdom may await you. This energy lasts until April 2025. If you're single, consider dating outside of your usual type, and you may be pleasantly surprised. Love can be especially magical when you don't stay within a cage that only limits who and what you can know. Be experimental. What will inspire you? Think about the various routes and possibilities your career path could entail, as Mercury in Pisces trines Mars retrograde in Cancer. The last few months may have made you feel hopeless. You could have received more rejections than usual, causing you to redirect more than anticipated. It is time to think outside of the box and consider alternative paths for your professional journey. Thankfully, you might be ready for this change of pace, since Mars will station direct in Cancer shortly after. Give something new your best shot. This is a great day to begin targeting what you can and can't see yourself doing at this stage in your life. Try selecting the habits you want to abide by and writing down the benefits they give to you. For example, flossing and brushing twice a day. Good oral hygiene preserves teeth, prevents gum disease, and eliminates bad breath. There is power in knowing what you want, and what you will lose if you'd not give yourself what you want. Put the work away. Or at least see about putting it away earlier than you usually do. Today, taking time to relax and enjoy yourself is what this vibration is all about. Without laughing every now and then, you can become difficult to be around. Signs of moodiness are definite indicators that you need to get away from it all for a while. Don't ignore these cues. Do what you need to in order to stay in your best condition. With the Sun and Mercury in their first weekend in a playful and creative part of your chart, in his last full day in retrograde motion in your sector of adventure, travel, learning and discovery, and at a standstill, Mars is giving you a chance to fully embrace the weekend spirit. With Mars not leaving until April and Jupiter returning in June to spend the next 12 months in your sector of adventure, travel, learning and discovery, this is awakening more than just the weekend spirit. As the playful, creative and adventurous side of life's fence powers up, this is a call to embrace life itself. At the same time that the Sun and Mercury are settling into their first weekend in your romantic sector, Venus, the planet of love, is slowing. Ahead of a retrograde turn that in 7 days will see her turn around and start coming back. With the most romantically charged months of 2025 still in front of you, but with Venus having already spent a month here, there is something special building. Our eyes in the sky. After what may have felt like an endless struggle, a time filled with hesitation, emotional exhaustion, and a sense of being stuck in a loop, Mars stations direct in Cancer today, marking the end of its retrograde journey. This shift is like the first rays of sunlight breaking through after a long, stormy night. If you've been feeling drained, uncertain, or caught in cycles of doubt and second-guessing, you might now begin to sense a shift in your energy, a return to a state of clarity and determination. It's as if the fog has lifted, and the path ahead, though still requiring effort, now feels more attainable and less overwhelming. Have you ever woken up one day and suddenly felt a renewed sense of control over your life, as if something just clicked into place? That's the kind of energy today brings: a fresh start, a new rhythm, and a realization that progress is not only possible but already beginning to take shape. It's the moment where you stop looking backward and instead focus on what's next with a sense of purpose. Tasks that once felt tedious or insurmountable may now seem manageable, and your ability to set boundaries and express your needs could feel more natural. If you've been holding back emotions, particularly frustration or unresolved tension, Mars direct encourages you to acknowledge and release them in a healthy, constructive way. It's not about acting impulsively but about giving yourself permission to process these feelings and move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. Have you ever been surprised by how much lighter you feel after simply expressing what's been on your mind? Today offers that kind of relief. It's also important to take a moment to reflect on what you've learned during the retrograde period. Instead of rushing ahead, ask yourself, what patterns have emerged in your relationships, career, or personal growth? What lessons have you encountered that you may not have fully processed yet? Sometimes, our greatest insights come not in the midst of struggle but in the moments just after, when we finally have the perspective to see how far we've come. Now is the time to integrate those lessons and let them shape your next steps. With Mars gaining momentum, you might start viewing the world through a clearer lens. The things that once felt confusing or out of reach could suddenly begin to make sense, and decision-making becomes more intuitive. If you've experienced moments of doubt recently, trust that the clarity you've been seeking is now within reach. Have you ever had a moment where everything seemed to align, and you just knew what you needed to do? That kind of realization is more likely to happen now, especially if you remain open to new insights. This is also a time to share what you've learned with those around you, whether through meaningful conversations, creative expression, or simply being more open about your experiences. The things you've gone through, your challenges, your growth, your discoveries could be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now. Have you ever noticed how sharing your story can inspire or bring clarity to someone else? Your words and experiences hold power, and today is a great day to use them for connection and understanding. As your energy starts to increase, remember that balance is key. When Mars shifts, it can feel like an internal fire reigniting, but that doesn't mean you have to sprint forward without rest. Take care of yourself. Pay attention to your physical and mental well-being. Are there any habits that no longer serve you? This is an ideal moment to make small but impactful changes, adjusting your daily routine, being mindful of your nutrition, or carving out time for self-care. Even simple acts like spending time in nature, moving your body, or drinking more water can significantly improve your overall well-being. Communication also takes on a more powerful role today. You may find it easier to express your thoughts with confidence, and others are more receptive to your ideas. If you've been avoiding a difficult conversation, now is a good time to address it with honesty and clarity. Have you ever had someone unexpectedly seek your advice, and in the process of helping them, you realized just how much you've grown yourself? Today presents opportunities for those kinds of exchanges, where supporting others can also reinforce your own understanding of your journey. Intellectually, you might feel sharper and more engaged, making it a great time for problem-solving, learning, or diving into discussions that challenge and expand your thinking. You may feel a renewed curiosity, a desire to explore new perspectives, or even take the lead in conversations. If you've been contemplating a new project or considering an opportunity, trust that you have the insight and determination to see it through. Leadership, however, isn't just about pushing forward, it's also about listening. Have you ever been in a conversation where a simple shift in perspective changed everything? That kind of breakthrough energy is present today, so be open to collaboration and new ideas.